Howdy folks, Spencer here with the latest batch of STO news for both PC and console, and I want to start off with just a little bit of a recap on the PC side of things. So we've got a mud sale going on right now that I talked about in the last news video, but I was not quite correct about the pricing of the revolutionary set that they put in, the Imperial Rift set here. So I was expecting this to be a base cost of 8,000 Zen. It's actually a base cost of 12,000. So what that means is with the 75% off sale, it is $30 when I was expecting 20 bucks. Now, based on past precedent, that is actually normal for it to be the 12,000 base because of the type of event it's from. They did the same for other events of similar types, like the Red Angel suit here. So it is normal for things like the Imperial Rift set to be this price, but at 30 bucks, it's questionable if you're going to want to pick it up. I am still going to pick it up because it's pretty common to see any of the high-end EPG builds running the two-piece or a two-piece from the set, typically like the core and shield. And I'm trying to do some stuff with some more science heavy builds as of late, so I'm gonna pick it up. But it's questionable if you want to spend 30 bucks on it. If you're somebody really into like min-max EPG, then sure, it's worth the 30 bucks if you don't already have it. It's also a fairly solid set to have on account unlock if you're working on alts. So there are perks to picking it up for like people that do EPG or people that do a lot of alts and want a good set on all those alts. But if you got one character, you just do like beam overload or some random energy weapon build and you don't care about the science stuff and you don't play alts, then it's not a big deal if you miss it. But of course, there's also a 75% off sale on the rest of the mud store, except the bundles, of course. So if there's anything else in here that you need to pick up, now would be a good time to take a look at that stuff. Now, I talked about the Norway bundle quite a bit yesterday in the video that I did, but I do want to recap that launches on October 27th, and we'll be launching alongside a C-Store sale for all ships in the C-Store, and that will be a 20% off sale. So if there's any other ships that you're looking to pick up, 20% off sale is a solid sale. However, it's important to note that we might be seeing a better sale with Black Friday at the end of November. Worst case scenario, if you wait for the Black Friday sale, worst case is it matches what this sale is, but I expect it to go further than that. I also want to note that they have updated the visual effects for the experimental weapon from the Norway. So the name of it is the Mjolnir or whatever. It's the thing that's Thor's hammer, from the Marvel universe, and they've actually added a little hammer type effect to it, so it looks a little bit like a hammer when it goes to hit your enemies. So it looks like it could be quite interesting, but we'll have to wait and see how it actually performs. There's a lot of experimental weapons that they have developed over the years that look good on paper, but when you actually get your hands on them, they just massively underperform. Now we've got some console and PC patch notes here. Starting up, looks like Xbox players, you guys have not been having a good time at all, have you? So we've got issues where Xbox players would get disconnected from TFOs, Xbox issues that were preventing people from physically using a keyboard with the game, issues that were preventing held inputs from working properly, and issues that were causing the radial menus to not properly update when highlighted. So it looks like the Xbox side of the game has been having a lot of issues, and they're finally going through and fixing some of those issues, but there is also a known issue here that STO is not launching with auto HDR enabled, so there's still more fixes to come, but these 4 fixes up here at the top look like they were a bit beefy, so hopefully those help any of you over on Xbox that were having some issues. And for PC, they resolved an issue with the Emperor's Will event where you couldn't buy it out if you missed it. They resolved an issue that was preventing completion of the Azure Nebula TFO. Basically, what was happening here is you would complete Azure and nothing would happen. Like the timer would run out, the enemies would disappear off the map, and it just didn't complete. So I did an Azure Elite with Triz the other day on his stream, and we ran into this issue, and it sucked. So I'm glad to see that they're getting this fixed. Resolved an issue where captains would not be able to equip some of their outfits. Resolved an issue where various bridge officer traits were being applied to captains incorrectly. So I talked about this a week or so back when I did a table wipe on SCM, and they actually went through and fixed this much faster than I anticipated. So the left side of this picture is from holodeck before the patch, and on the right side is from Tribble with the patch applied. And you can see my crit chance and severity numbers are significantly lower. This is because my bridge officers were giving me much more crit boost than they were supposed to. So, before the update, my superior Romulan operative bridge officers were giving me like an extra 1 to 2% crit chance each. So, you may have seen your crit numbers lowered a little bit, but it's because they were fixing a legitimate bug that crept back into the game with the last season update. Then there was a general quality of life improvement made to the mission Blood of Ancients. I don't know what exactly they changed there, but that's an older mission, so hopefully it's a bit smoother now. And over on console, we have a bonus Marks weekend that is already live, and it will be running through Monday, October 24th. So if you're needing to grab any marks, if you're working on any reputations or whatever, that'd be a good time to go get some rep marks. There's also a sale going on over on console right now. It's the Start Your Adventure sale. This is the one we had on PC a couple weeks ago. And this is going to run from, well, it says from the October 10th, but it means October 20th, I imagine, through October 24th. And this is 25% off everything listed in services, uniforms, personnel, and starter packs. So this is a really good sale specifically for stuff in the services tab. So if you are looking to pick up anything from services, like if you're looking to pick up anything from the services tab, like any ship slots, bank slots, whatever, now would be a great time to pick that up if you're over on console. If you're looking at anything under the uniforms tab, personnel, might be a good time there also. For starter packs, if there's something in there that interests you, then sure, but there's nothing really big in there that you need to worry about. My recommendation too, if you're brand new to the game, and I would imagine this applies to Xbox, but to make sure you have the EC cap increase purchased. It's like $5, so it'd be like $3.75 during the sale here. But if you do not have that purchased, I would probably prioritize grabbing that, because if the console economy is anything like the PC one, you cannot access large parts of the economy unless you have that EC cap. Your chance of getting a ship is basically zero unless you have that EC cap unlock purchased, because most ships are going to be well above that 15 mil limit. So definitely pick that up if you don't already have it. Then we have the new, we're getting teasers for the new season now over on console. So the season for STO dropped on September 13th, I believe. And you guys are going to be getting that content on console on November 1st. That's a really long delay. So they're teasing some of the content that's coming out. This TFO that they had released, Storm Chasers, I have not played this since it came out, and it just, for me, I play this game to fly ships around, and I don't really care much about the ground content. I imagine many of you feel the same way, so I don't know how this TFO is, but the map looks pretty good. If any of you on PC have played it, feel free to drop some info about it in the comment section down below. Was it fun to you? Did you like it? Let us know. And the last thing for console here is because of all the issues they've had on console, they're expanding the giveaway that they're going to do with the new season launch. So when Ascension dropped on PC, we were given a Elite Bridge Officer token in the promotions tab of the C Store. You guys are going to get that, plus an Elite Captain token and a T6X token for your ship. So, they know that the game has probably been a bit frustrating to try and play over there in the past couple weeks with all the issues that have crept up. So they're trying to smooth things over and make people less angry. But that's going to be it for this video. If there's anything I missed, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. But that's going to be it for me today. So thank you for watching, and see you guys next time.